So on this lovely morning, I'm with Andrea Raven out at Berry Botanic Garden in the Lake Oswego area, and we are standing in their Alpine Gardens. Now, Andrea, one of the things that I think people might get a little confused on is there definitely is a difference between a scree garden, which is much more rocks and drainage, and an alpine garden. This is not a scree garden, it's a true alpine garden.
Yes, it is. It's a rock garden and an alpine garden. An alpine garden features plants from higher elevation. So we're going to get the mountaintop plants here. And then a rock garden is simply a garden that's structured by rocks.
Well, and being that they're in a higher elevation, everything changes. The soil structure changes. There's not huge trees giving shade. It's a whole different world. And so you've replicated this in quite a large space. It's a large alpine garden, and you've done a great job of replicating that. Can we go over some of the things that you've put into it and just what generally is going on here right now?
Absolutely. This garden was started to be developed in the 1960s, and so it is a mature rock garden. We had to order the volcanic rock that is here, and it was all carefully hand placed. The soil also was mixed up specially to, again, support those plants that you discussed. You know, many of the smaller pincushion forms and things that, again, like to grow in those alpine conditions.
Which normally you would never see in a regular garden, whatever that may be termed as.
Right.
You wouldn't see all that stuff. And the great thing that I had so much fun walking around here is it's discovering like little tiny treasures.
Exactly.
They're kind of tucked in amongst other things.
Exactly. And we feature many things from the Pacific Northwest, but also plants from other parts of the world. So by coming here, you can actually take a very fast trip to many parts of the planet and see the plants from around those areas.
Well, I know you were showing me a rhododendron that was just, I mean, tiny little blooms. It's just adorable. It's really a beautiful plant.
Yes.
But if you're walking real fast or you're scurrying along, completely would miss it.
Exactly. Some things here are going to be a little more subtle. Other things, again, depending on the time of year you come, if you come here in the spring, the rock garden is going to be splashed with color, and it's quite fantastic.
Well, and let's not forget, they don't only have the beautiful alpine, they have how many varieties of rhododendrons? Like 300?
350 types of rhododendrons here, including quite a few that are featured here in the rock garden. They're very small ones.
Very small ones. And so when you come in the spring, which the big time for alpine gardens is like April, May, right?
Yes, yes.
And so then you'll get the benefits also of seeing the rhododendrons, which blanket the back of the garden. It's really quite stunning. Another thing that I think is fascinating is you have really quite large, for the type of plants they are, specimens in the different alpine gardens that I haven't seen, like this cypress over there. I have not seen one that big in this area. It's just beautiful.
Yes, that's the Baker's cypress from southern Oregon, and it's taken many years for that to grow as large as it has.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. One of the things too that I want to cover with everybody is you guys do a great thing called a Trough Garden, and you have a whole area over there. Let's talk about that a little.
Okay. Trough gardens are basically small containers that you can craft yourself, and in fact we teach classes on that.
Yeah,
yes,
nice.
we do, and they can be the size of a shoebox all the way on up to a very good sized several feet trough, and alpine plants love to grow in them. You can mix up the soil specifically for alpine plants, and again, the troughs allow those plants really to shine and not be lost in a larger garden like this.
Yeah, because they're up in a confined space where you can really draw your eye to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there's so many things you also do. It's not just the alpine gardens. You also do stuff with seeds here at Berry Botanic Gardens.
That's right. That's right. We do offer seeds to our members of a variety of plants, and many of the unusual ones here. And then we also have a seed bank for rare and endangered plants.
So it's just a whole lot of different stuff when you come out here to the gardens and take a visit. It's a beautiful, peaceful, tranquil setting. If you want to find out more information about what's going on, and I'm assuming when the classes for trough building and stuff are, you can go to gardentime.tv and we'll gladly click you over to their website. Thank you so much. It's just a real delight being here.
Thank you.